prices at the pump are spiking.
I mean, the gas prices are ridiculous.
For people filling up at this BP on Colonial Boulevard and Winkler Avenue, big prices are a tough pill to swallow.
It's too high, you can't hardly buy it.
And this holiday weekend, more money here means less money to travel.
We wanted to, possibly go a little further, maybe to Sarasota, but we're just going to stay local.
According to a report released by GasBuddy.com, 45 states, including Florida, could see the highest gas prices for Labor Day holiday this year.
Downtown has really developed over the last 4 years. Really come a long way.
We're putting up as much snow fence as we can right now.
It's one of the first big events showing off the new downtown Fort Myers riverfront. While it may not be New Year's Eve in Times Square, the Fort Myers Downtown Countdown is a big deal in Southwest Florida.
We have a huge ball drop happen right behind me, and as soon as that drops at midnight, then we'll have fireworks.
Susie Lewis, the event co-chair, has her hands full coordinating the 5 stages with different bands, numerous food and drink vendors, and a children's play area. And getting ready takes a lot of work. From building fences to setting up tents and providing those essential services. With a large event like this, one of the most important things is, of course, your trash services, and you can't forget the toilet.
He was dropped off from school and he went across the street, and obviously he didn't see the car and the car didn't see him, and he got hit.
It was just before 7 this morning. Daniel Anderson's 16-year-old grandson, Jonathan Cruz, was being dropped off for school here at Island Coast High. He was crossing the street when this red pickup truck slammed into the teenager, hitting him so hard he was knocked out of his shoes, sending him to the hospital where he immediately went into surgery.
We're all praying that everything's going to come out all right. He's got a broken hip and some swelling on the brain.
Now, as this grandfather waits to hear any news, with Jonathan's little brother and sister by his side, Daniel is asking for prayers for his grandson.
Sometimes accidents happen, and we just have to pray and make sure everything turns out. I hope everything comes out all right.
When you get up towards the door, can you please have your picture identification and cell phones turned off, please?
The lines started early and they continued to grow. Here at Precinct 47, it took some at nearly 2 hours to wait and vote.
Take 4 more.
I went to vote early. The lines were way too long and couldn't even find a parking spot. So I said, I'll wait till the day of, because I thought everyone was voting now. And I get here the day of, and it's just as bad.
It's been the story at precincts across the area, line after line. Voters waiting an hour, sometimes 2 or more.
No. This parking lot's full.
This flight originated in Buffalo, left there a little late due to snow. From Baltimore, we left about an hour late, and when we got here about 11 o'clock last night, I guess it was fogged in.
It was a flight that was supposed to last only 2.5 hours. Delayed by snow in Buffalo, then diverted by fog in Fort Myers, and spending the night at the Orlando airport. 16 hours later, it was finally over.
That's why I look the way I look.
But these passengers aren't alone. It's the dense fog like this that kept many planes from landing here at RSW. They were diverted to airports across Florida, some to Orlando, others to West Palm Beach, some to Fort Lauderdale. Some flights even diverted to Miami. The fog canceled 10 flights overnight, 2 more in the morning, causing a domino effect with airlines and confusion among people trying to figure out when to pick up their loved ones, as airlines shuffled schedules to get people to their destination. On a sunny Wednesday morning in Collier County, all that can be heard here is the soothing sound of the surf. For this turtle, that's the sound of home.
Wow.
It's known as a Kemp's Ridley, the most rare and endangered sea turtle on the planet. Only 5 weeks ago, this turtle's life was in question.
That turtle would have died had not it been for that person who rescued it.
It was found floating near Everglades City, suffering from exposure to brevetoxins. Those are toxic chemicals caused by red tide algae blooms. You can see the devastation along the coast when red tide is around, washing dead fish to shore like this. Steve Greenstein, the executive director of Crow Wildlife Rescue, says when the turtle came in, he had his doubts.
Personally, when I first saw her coming in, she wasn't responding well. She was just laying there lethargic, didn't seem to be responding to anything.
But day after day of treatment at the Crow facility on Sanibel Island, that changed. The toxins got flushed from its body. It started to eat and finally got healthy enough to be released. Now, more than a month after it was found so close to death, the hope is this turtle can go out and survive on its own.